Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, and Love Island hit us with a surprise movie night. Okay, I'm not mad at it. The only thing I am mad at is that they only showed us half, and the next half is coming on freaking Thursday. They gotta stop doing this skipping Wednesday thing. If they do this for another season, they might lose a lot of people. But anyways, we're reviewing episode 23 of season 5. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. KK and Kanan are back like they never left.
And that leg is legging.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He's just really putting in the effort to let me know that he's sorry and he's acknowledging that he made a mistake.
He's like, see, bye. I said, don't talk to me like that, Keenan. Whole experience, like, I've been there for her. And the thing is, I would never let Marco talk to any of you guys like that. I'm done, guys.
If that's what she wants to do, let her. We can't help that.
I got a lot to say about this back and forth. In 24 hours, what effort besides making toast has Keenan done for you? What effort? Toast? A little bit of jam and burnt bread? Okay, girl. Hannah is saying that she's hurt by both Keenan and Keenan and KK. Hurt by Keenan's words to her, basically dismissing her as if she was irrelevant because she believes that she would never let Marco talk to another woman like that. However, Marco did call Cassie sloppy seconds. So yeah, I don't know what that's about. And then she's hurt by KK because she feels like she's been there for her. And even through all of that, the slap in the face is going back to that man that she's been trying to help you get away from. I felt her on that because let's hope this girl doesn't watch this video. I had a friend who knew categorically her man wasn't ish at all. And then I would tell her, well, what are we going to do to distract your mind, to get you to do something else, to get you to maybe date somebody else, but preferably to just be on your own, to heal. She would do it for a little bit, but as soon as that man came knocking, she went running. And then as soon as he made her cry, she came running back to me. It really starts to feel like disrespect as a friend because it's like, I'm doing everything in my power to help you while you are not helping yourself. So at some point I need to decide, you know what, this is too much for me. And eventually I fell back from that friendship and the relationship altogether. Them two aren't even together anymore. And she is like, oh, I wish I never went through that. You didn't have to. But as we know, in most cases, when it comes to matters of the heart, people have to do what they feel like they have to do in order to learn the lesson. You cannot learn it for somebody else. So if KK has to go through this to be able to spot a Keenan the next time around, then do you, boo. I will also say, in as much as I was looking at Hannah sideways because of the whole Marco situation, I do agree with her in the fact that how my man treats other people should be something I consider when looking at him as a partner, because you are a reflection of me. Not to say then you now have a code of conduct all the time and, you know, I'm going to disregard you if you misstep, but like, I want to know that my man speaks respectfully to other women. I know that my man is kind. I want to know that my man is compassionate. You know what I mean? And so I don't want to be that woman who, like, when we're out and he does something like the way that he was talking to Hannah, just dismissing her, or even when he was dismissing Sarah Hyland the other day. Damn, we are 4 minutes in. I need to move along. I don't want to feel like, oh, gosh, that's so embarrassing. At my big age, looking at my man, feeling embarrassed like he's my child? No. Since we're talking about Marco and his words of being sloppy seconds, the sloppy seconds of the villa, being the cast of people, are feeling away.
I just feel like, why the fuck am I here?
How do you not fucking know when you want somebody more than somebody else? I want somebody that's a man who's sure of me.
I came in here with the intentions of wanting to just pursue things with her, but like, if I feel there's like a big wall up, then what the fuck am I doing?
How old are you?
26.
Yeah, you can see it. Because he's 20, what, 2? 1?
Dude, I'm 29, man. You think I'm fucking, like, trying to fuck around? Like, no.
Mattia, I don't really care for, so I'm just like, whatever. But Johnny, I'm of two minds when it comes to Johnny, because I do believe that Leo sold her a dream. He absolutely made it seem like she was the number one. What did Beyonce say? I'm one of one. I'm number one. I'm the only one. He literally said, you're second to none. I completely understand why she's butthurt now that he does seem to be split in terms of who he wants to pursue. And he's also telling different stories to different women. He doesn't think so, but he is. And then on the other hand, I'm like, you were a willing participant in the situation that you knew was going to be messy. So, not that I don't have sympathy, but like, yeah. And then they started talking about age. As we know, Matia's 29. He's too grown for this. So then why did you engage with a 22-year-old? Then you have Johnny, who is 26. And Leo is 21. What I say about them young boys? Them young boys will get you. Cassie and Johnny are both annoyed that Leo... Cassie, why though? I felt she had done so well in the previous episode. But yeah, they're upset with Leo, the fact that he's entertaining both options.
It was like a mom fella came in and they want to get to know them that they can understand. Yeah. Well, when you already know someone, it's not cool.
They're like cuddling. And I'm like, oh my dude, you're full of shit. Literally full of shit. You literally just told me that you missed me. The connection's not the same with her. And then you're cuddling the girl. I'm like, you're obviously telling her something different.
With Cassie, I feel like all she needs to do is drop him like a hot potato. Drop him like a hot potato. I was going to say this at the end of the episode, but I'll say it now. Sex can be so dangerous when somebody treats it so loosely like Leo did. And I made a comment in the last video talking about like him having a lumpy member because sometimes when people step out, they bring things home that were not in your home before. And so for me, yes, it's a show about exploring and whatever, but once you insert yourself into another woman, like that's the end of the road for me because I don't even know what you're now putting my body at risk for. Like no. And so in the show, when you're able to do this, knowing there's cameras, knowing there's all these people holding you accountable, knowing that you're gonna have to face me afterwards, I don't even want to know what you can do at home because at home there is no surveillance. At home there is no, well, hey, your girl's gonna watch this late. Like there's none of that accountability. So if you can do that in here and potentially put my health at risk, I don't want to risk that at home. I was gonna also talk about Johnny. Guys, this might be a long one. I'm so sorry. Johnny said that it wouldn't have hit as hard for her if his head was turning for a new person rather than turning for an old person. But I feel like if it were me in that situation, there isn't even a history established there and I'm just as disposable as your last girl. Like that would hurt me more. At least be conflicted about the women who you've developed weeks-long connections with. I think it's been a month that they've been together. That I can make sense of. A woman who just came, just like you, turning his head again? No, that would be an insult to me. Keenan, Mr. Perpetuator of Patterns, is now talking to Johnny saying, yeah, girl, this is a pattern. You gotta let him go.
It's a pattern at this point. Like, I love him as a guy because, you know, as a friend, he hasn't done me bad. As a romantic partner, bro, like, it's a certain pattern. And I have to sit there and hope that maybe he's changing, he's growing from this situation. But ultimately, I already know that's bullshit.
It's the hypocrisy for me. Because if he was talking to Cassie, maybe that's a different story. But he's talking to Johnny, who's in a similar situation as KK, being that there's a man she really likes and who she's been intimate with, who's now wanting to entertain other women. And he's like, yeah, this behavior is despicable. You need to drop him. I know you're not talking. I know you're not talking. Somebody in Discord was talking about the cognitive dissonance of KK. Honey, the cognitive dissonance of Keenan. Okay? You had also had sex with a girl who you claim you were on the edge of closing things off with, then now wanting clarity from next gal, talking about, oh, I like the devil. Oh, yeah, you should tempt me. Oh, yeah, I'm hard right now. Like, Keenan is such a wonder. Honestly, I can't help but laugh at this point. Like, I'm not even frustrated anymore. This is pure comedy. Kenzo says that he's falling for Carmen. Okay.
Like, I'm really, like, fucking falling for her, bro. Like, fuck. Like, keep this low key, but, like, I kind of, like, want to ask her to be my girlfriend, bro. You think it's too soon, though?
It's hard to put into words what I'm feeling right now, but I've definitely fallen for her.
They are not beating the they knew each other before allegations. They're really not. I'm aware that villa time is not real life time, but you're telling me in a matter of a handful of days, and some of those days she wasn't even around, you're now falling for this girl and you want to make her your girlfriend? Really? I'm supposed to believe that. We are supposed to believe. You know what? I gotta give these scammers their props because they are sticking to the bit. They are sticking to it. They later on have a date that I skipped, but on that date he made her his girlfriend. And I'm just like, they are committing to this story. Homie Hannah is feeling away because she can tell that Destiny and Mike have something going on that hasn't been resolved. However, Mike is not being honest about it.
Like, I feel like he is not really, like, communicating with me honestly, and especially with the whole situation with Destiny. So I know there's probably something brewing there.
It's just hard because Destiny doesn't know what she wants. And I told her how I feel. And I told Hannah how I feel about Destiny. All my cards are out on the table.
One thing I know for sure is that I'm not hurting anyone. Like, I've been on the opposite side before, and I don't like the way it feels.
Hannah, he doesn't like you. You were just an easy pick. Destiny, she says that her priority is her current man, which it should be. But like I said in the episode before, if you were going to keep the door or open the door with somebody, you would need to know what they were doing in Casa, in my opinion. Because like I said earlier, sexual activity for me is where I draw the line. I don't know what you're bringing home. And yes, they did not have full-on intercourse, but I do not know what you're bringing home entertaining other women like this and so easily, so freely. And I also hope that for movie night, they already did his part. I wish for movie night they showed how he was not just connecting with Hannah, he was connected with somebody else, and how he flipped to Hannah so quick and got so advanced with her physically. To me, that would be like, shut the door. Don't want no parts. Carmen has taken it upon herself to be the judge, jury, and executioner for this cast of people, and now she's going to reprimand Keenan for his actions. I mean, was it Keenan? No, Leo.
If I'm being honest, I don't really get what you're sad about.
Just sad about how I made someone else feel.
But I feel like somehow you've turned it around and made it about yourself.
I can't go back in time and fix that. I can't. Like, this shit is so fucking tiring. And I get if you're mad, like, you can tell me anything you want, and I understand, but I'm tired.
I hope you feel guilty, and I hope you feel remorseful. I hope you never do that to another girl again.
Carmen has the fucking audacity to tell me I can't feel sad when it's a constant event every single day. That shit is tiring. I'm drained. I don't need to hear from someone I don't give a fuck about.
I know this woman has not become the morality police. The same woman who was stringing along Bergie until something better came along is now saying you need to make it clear who you want. You should have made it clear that you did not want Bergie. But minor transgression, we move. I think in life, when people say, like, this is a general rule for me, when people say, like, I don't know who to pick out of the two, I think that you do. I think that you're just waiting for a shoe to drop with somebody so that you can then justify letting that person go. Because in the end of the episode, when both the women seemed like they were done with Leo was then like, okay, well, then you can both leave me. You know you don't want them both to leave you. But I feel like out of the two options, you do have a stronger pull towards one of them. You just don't want to make the other person feel bad, or you don't want to drop that person without having a for sure reason as to why you are dropping them. In this case, Leo is in the wrong, so therefore he does have to tiptoe around the situation to kind of justify what he's been doing. And as much as it was annoying me that these words were coming out of Carmen's mouth, I did agree with what she was saying. He's being duplicitous. And it's not fair to the women, especially after hearing that Cassie is still keeping the door open if Leo was to choose her wholeheartedly. Knowing that, he then has to now make a decision. That is my opinion. He has let things go too far with one of the girls. It's not a situation in Love Island where it's like, no, people can explore and it's early days, whatever. Early days went out the window when to put your stick in her cooch. Like it, make a decision. Honey, the Islanders get a text. How sweet. And movie night is here immediately. Keenan is doing some damage control.
I'm nervous because I didn't want anything taken out of context. I genuinely think that I had a strong connection with that girl, but it still wasn't as strong as what we had.
I feel like you're only telling me because you think it might come out. That's what I feel like.
That girl, I hate when people like disregard somebody like that. Like, yeah, I did have interest in that girl. She has a name. I forget the name, but she has, Naja. Oh, y'all, I DM'd Naja. Let's see if she's gonna come on the channel. I DM'd her. I'd like to know what she's gonna say. But anyways, if you claim that any advance Naja made was shut down categorically by you, what is with the damage control? KK saying, well, now I feel like you have something to hide if you're wanting to plead your case before I see anything. Yeah, I thought you were a good boy. I thought you didn't do anything disrespectful. What are we apologizing for? Okay, we'll see. So the first clip is called A Tale of Two Hideaways, which in my opinion was very uneventful, but it was the reactions afterwards that were interesting.
Oh, Isaiah, we see you. Dog.
Put your hands up.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
The Tale of Two Hideaways is crazy. All right, that was a good one.
Of course, everybody's going to be excited for Bergie. They love any kind of progression that he makes. Even Marco has fallen in line, being excited for Bergie and stuff like that. However, I was looking at Mike, and why did Mike have such a stern face? He knows he messed up. Like, the self-righteousness that he was on in a few minutes, I was just like, but you know you're in the wrong. And you know that because you now saw that this girl wasn't moving crazy and causing you like, shit, I'm going to be in some trouble. The next title is called Not So Magic Mike, okay? And like I said, Destiny should ask what happened in Casa Amor. But anyways, now it's being exposed, so she doesn't have to ask.
You kind of left that out
Left what out?
of our conversation.
About what? I mean, like, did you want to know exactly what I did in detail, or did you want to know how I felt about you? You can ask Hannah, like, how I feel about you. She knows how I feel about you.
You didn't want to bring up what happened in bed with y'all at all?
To who?
Me.
I mean, like, that was like, I think it was just like
a private
personal,
thing.
private
Hold
thing.
on,
like,
let her talk. So would you ever have pulled me to let me know, knowing that he told you he has feelings for me, he still wants to
But the thing,
pursue
he
me?
wasn't
Hold on, wait,
never
let me finish
there.
my question.
Honestly, I don't feel like she has to tell you. You don't walk around in real world and talk to people. Yeah,
Leo,
I done
you
fucked
are
this.
the wrong person to give advice. You should
I'll
shut
say what I
up.
want to say.
In my opinion, a lie by omission is still a lie. Yes, she didn't ask you point blank, what did you do in Casa Amor? But the fact that you were saying, I want to keep things open and whatever, I feel like that is your time to divulge what happened in Casa Amor. Like, to me, there's a difference between honesty and transparency. Technically, you could say, oh, I wasn't being dishonest because you didn't ask me a question, so therefore I did not lie. However, transparency is not waiting to be asked and being forthright with important information. Now, this man was so slick. So slick, because he flips. Oh my gosh, it was just, he did it so well. I was stunned. He flipped the accusations to then go on Hannah, and then was like, oh, don't do that to Hannah. He deflected. So then Destiny was giving Hannah the smoke. And then he's like, well, this is supposed to be a private conversation. And, Hannah doesn't deserve all of this. Hannah's only getting the smoke because you deflected off of yourself onto her. And then Leo, of all people, is then going to say, this is supposed to be a private thing between them. And in the real world, this is not the real world. This is not the real world. And I'm sorry, if you're getting sexual with somebody who I am partnered up with, I want to be in the know. So I don't care what you think of private is not private. Nobody's talking to you. I'm talking to my man. Mind your business. The title after that is An Affair to Remember. And I was like, this is some next level torture. I mean, regardless, she was going to see this footage as soon as she got home. But Cassie literally has to watch her partner or ex-partner's sex tape.
Would you be okay with a kiss?
He gave her the kiss.
He initiated it?
Yeah.
My God.
That's terrible. No.
Oh, fuck me.
Did you say that I asked you to share a bed?
No, I never said that to anybody.
You told me that she asked you.
That's not what I said.
When you and I talked and I said I wouldn't change anything, you said I wouldn't change anything either. LOL. LOL. He literally told me that he regrets what he did. Be honest, what do you want? Like, just what do you want? Be honest.
Say what I want or say what was...
How he manages to see himself as the victim in this situation is beyond me. I know that his back is against the wall, and so he feels like he has to do whatever it takes to get him out of this precarious situation. However, accepting full accountability might be your best bet at this point. Just say, yeah, I messed up, okay? I feel like I need to stand 10 toes down and commit to this new girl who I told her I was gonna give all my effort to. However, we know he cannot do that because he was blinded by the cooch and made a decision he now has to atone for. I love that both of the women were saying, what is it? Tell us straight. What is the deal? And he now is like, well, if both of y'all don't want to be with me, then just don't be with me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, don't make yourself look like the victim here. Like, please say that. I kind of had to give Mike some props because Mike was like, you know, this back and forth is not going to be good enough. They want an answer.
I know I can't give you 100%. Because deep down, I still feel a way for Cassie.
They want a yes or no answer. You're like not giving them a yes or no answer.
But it's more to it than that.
Yes, but they don't want to hear that shit.
Apparently, I'm a piece of shit. So I'd rather have them be happy without me. Oh my fucking goodness, bro.
I find it absolutely amazing that Leo is genuinely shook that there are consequences for his actions. Like, he really is so stunned. He is so stunned. And he's talking about, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I only care about the people that I hurt. I only care about the people that I'm coupled up with. They're the ones talking to you right now. So you do have to care. Cassie's asking for answers. Johnny's asking for answers. Give them an answer. This back and forth not giving an answer is making it worse. I feel like even if he was to give an answer, if any of these women choose to take him back, they're dense. They are so dense. You just learned that this man was telling you guys two different stories. Johnny, you were told that you were number one. Clearly you were not. You were just an option. Cassie, you were his number one, but he threw that out the window for a quick fix. I feel like both of these women should just decide for themselves wholeheartedly, I don't want any parts of Leo. No parts. No parts. Physical or arbitrary. No parts of Leo. We don't want them, okay? I kind of feel like the damage is a little bit done when it comes to Cassie and Mattia. I think that he's always going to have a chip on his shoulder, and I think that she will be a little bit resentful that he didn't give her the time and space to heal through the situation. So will there be potential there? I don't know. And the last episode, Johnny had said that she's now open. Don't think that she is. I think the best bet for both of the women is to just do them. Do you, boo. Maybe wait for somebody new because the people in the villa right now, it's just not worth it. The next episode is coming out on Thursday. What I would love to see is the two alleged handies that Keenan got in that bed. And I need them to differentiate that it happened on two different nights, okay? And I also need that situation by the that rocking chair where he was hard and she was like, let me touch it. I really need to see, because he makes it seem like he just shut down any advances, and he didn't. He did not. I would love to see that. There's really nothing else to show in Coastal, so that's going to be the main event for me. You guys let me know who you voted for. I think the vote was for your favorite Islander. People who've been falling on the wayside are probably going to be at the bottom. So Taylor and Jonah likely going to be at the bottom. I feel like Kiki and Keenan are going to be at the bottom because the internet is not loving the struggle love, especially as of late. I've seen people say a lot of things about Zay and his political beliefs, so he might be at the bottom as well. But it's a tricky one because you're voting for who you like, not who you don't like. So yeah, we'll see how the vote goes. Let me know if you're confident enough to face the criticism that you might get in the comments about who you voted for. Let me know who you voted for in the comments down below. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.